Hello, parents and family members. Today I am providing you a tutorial for navigating through the instructional calendar that you just received through email from your child's teacher. And this is not to insult your intelligence, but I wanted to give you some information just in case you had any questions or to keep you from having questions about what you're looking at through this calendar. So I'm going to pull up on my screen here a math calendar. So there'll be a math calendar and a reading calendar that your child will have access to, or you'll have access to help your child through this learning time. It's different than the first two learning packets that we either mailed to you or you came and picked up. Those were paper packets. Now we have a digital form for your child to complete the final 3 weeks of instruction that we are providing the rest of the school year. And so this is a digital form. Your child can feel free to use regular notebook paper or construction paper or paper bag, whatever you have around the house for them to work out their problems or to answer the questions that you'll see on the calendar. And so I want to show you a few parts of it that to give you just some information on what each part means and what it looks like. So I'm going to pull up a calendar here. I'm going to scroll down to a second grade just so you can know what it looks like. All right, so here's second grade. Your child may not be in second grade, but they all follow the same format, just the content's going to be a little different. So what you see here at the very top, you see second grade math distance remote learning plan for May 4th through May 22nd. It gives you the teacher's office hours. They're available by phone, available by email if you have any questions or need any assistance. Then on the calendar, you're going to see something called a must do and then a may do. The must do is basically what we are expecting students to do at this time. It's not comprehensive to the point of what they would get if we were in school like we were. This is just a quick practice after or before watching a live lesson or a recorded lesson, whatever your child is or your teacher's child is, or your child's teacher is providing at this time. And I know you may or may not be able to watch these live lessons, but again, we're just asking you just try to see what you can do. We know it's a difficult time for everybody, especially families and parents. So we're providing this to give at least a little bit of instruction for the kids. And so this calendar is new learning when in the past the packets were review practice. So now we're moving into new learning to finish out the final few weeks of school. So what you see here, you see the calendar. This is May 4th through May 8th. This is the first week in May. If you see the things in parentheses out here beside it, it says 2 NSBT 3. That's the standard. That's just for the teacher's information because teachers have a lot of standards that they are expected and required to teach. So this is the standards that the teachers know for their information, but the rest is for you and your student. And so you see right here under May 4th, you have a must do. Again, this is a second grade calendar, and their must do for Monday, May 4th, is to choose a number between 1 and 999. So let's say I choose 423. Write that number in at least 5 different ways. They can use standard form, word form, expanded form, base 10 form, and coins. That's 5 different ways. So standard form, 423, it's just the digits, 4, 2, and 3. A word form, I write out the word 400 in letters and words. Expanded form, taking that 400 plus 20 plus 3. 10 form, 4 hundreds, 2 tens, 3 ones, and then coins would be like, $423 or 400 pennies, 2 dimes, 3 pennies, something like that. And so that's a way that they can write that number 5 different ways. So those are the must do, and that's it for that day. The rest is may do. This is what they if you have additional time, which you're probably going to have a lot of time, but this is what they are not required to do. The must do is required or expected. The may do is what they can do. And then there's some games. If you scroll down, you'll see some more games and activities that they can do if you, as parents, decide that they need some more work. So you have the may do. May do, of course, is the I ready, which for 3rd and 4th graders, they have their devices and if you have internet, they can log in. Other devices for iReady, it needs to be an iPad or a Chromebook or something that can access the web browser Chrome as you log in through Clever. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask your teachers. If you have any issues, feel free to ask your teacher as well. And if they can't help, then they can. They'll always refer to me to help as needed. And then you move on to May 5th, May 6th, May 7th. May 8th is a Flex Learning Day or Flex Fridays, where teachers are providing like art activities, music activities, PE activities, guidance, library, computer lab. They can choose, or your child can choose. You don't have to do all of them, but you can choose one or a couple to do on Fridays. And so that's just to alleviate a little bit of time. Your child's teacher will still be doing some live Zoom lessons or have some recorded lessons that they are sharing with you that goes along with each of these May Do's. So that's where the new learning comes in. So I'm going to scroll down, and again, this is the same format of calendar, but this is just the next week. You see May 11th through May 15th. And then the final week, May 18th through the May 22nd. Again, this is a math calendar. There'll also be a English language arts or a reading calendar that'll have some of the same format, but different activities. Of course, different activities based on the grade level. So hopefully this answered a few questions for you and helped you understand what this is going to look like. Again, there's not any paper packets to be sent home. But this is a digital format that the kids can write on notebook paper or can write on any format, paper towel, paper bag, whatever you want to write on. I will show you one more thing at the very top, and this is at the top of each grade level. You'll see this top right corner is called a QR code. And if you've never used a QR code before, I'll show you how to use that. So when you pull up your camera app on your phone, there's my camera app, and you just hold your camera up to the screen, you'll see this little bar pop up at the top. Did y'all see that? And if you press it, it opens up. Again, this is just a digital version of the calendar that I just went over with you. And so that's what a QR code does. It's just a quick way to access something digital online, and it gives you access to a Google Drive link where this will be found. So hopefully that answers any questions you have. If you do have any more questions, feel free to reach out to your teacher. Feel free to reach out to us at school, and hopefully this will help you for these final few weeks of distance remote learning.